kids wouldn't know, but older folks, Cheech and Chong, are sitting out there in a car going, man, look at the lights, you know?
A lot of lights, man.
Yeah.
They're bright.
Pumpkin spice M&Ms, though. Let's go back a story.
Okay, let's do that.
You want that?
I do.
Really?
I think, yeah, I'll do M&Ms anyway. Yeah.
No. Pumpkin.
You're
nothing.
not a big pumpkin either.
Well, no,
You
I
don't
mean,
like
I eat
pumpkin
anything,
flavor.
but I'm not the big
Even pumpkin
fan.
pie, which is like the staple of Thanksgiving. I will wrap that in a cocoon of Cool Whip.
You'll eat
before
the
I'll
whipped
eat
cream.
pumpkin pie. Well, no, I'll eat the pumpkin pie within it, but it's got to be like covered in
Smothered.
Yes. Oh, I mean like encased. Like just put a
Like you
slice
don't
of pie.
see the pie itself.
Open up the Cool Whip container, put the pie in it, and then I will eat it.
Are we making you hungry?
'Cause
this
I make
morning?
healthy
I think
choices.
so.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what's happening out there. We're going to talk about something that's kind of serious, or at least potentially serious, which is Tropical Storm Erica. Get your geographic bearings right here as we start with the local view. Now let's zoom off to the southeast so to show you the tropical satellite picture. And there is Tropical Storm Erica. It's still a tropical storm, which is a category below a hurricane. It's got 50-mile-an-hour sustained winds. That needs to strengthen up to at least 74-mile-an-hour sustained winds before it becomes a hurricane. That's expected to happen still at this point, but not for several more days. The atmospheric conditions around the storm aren't ideal for it to rapidly strengthen, but it is going to strengthen because the forecast path is going to keep it just north of Puerto Rico, north of the Dominican Republic and Haiti, north of Cuba. So that center of circulation, which follows the red line here from the National Hurricane Center, stays out over the open water. The outer rain bands are still going to affect those islands, which actually isn't a bad thing. They're kind of in a drought right now, and they'll avoid the worst of the winds. It'll be close to hurricane strength by the time we get into late Saturday night and early Sunday morning as it moves into the Bahamas. The 3-day forecast, not a whole lot of uncertainty. That cone is pretty narrow. Really widens out in the 4th and 5th days, though, because there's a lot of uncertainty. And that's the way all extended forecasts go. We look at beyond about 3 or 4 days in advance, and there's a lot that can happen to rearrange things. So that's a wider possibility of where it could go. It's expected to stay off the east coast of Florida now. I actually think that as we go closer to the weekend and into early next week, this is going to get bent even farther out into the Atlantic Ocean. We'll see how that shapes up. But right now, it still is going to be a big deal for Florida with coastal erosion, some gusty winds, plenty of rainfall. Category 1 hurricane, though, means not a lot of wind damage for the coast of Florida itself if it stays offshore. We'll let you know because there's still a lot of possibilities. Each individual line here on what we call the spaghetti plot, for pretty obvious reasons, represents a different computer model's version of where Tropical Storm Erica could go. So we're looking at a lot of different possibilities. Some keep it even farther out to the east. Some actually still bring it down towards Miami. So we'll keep an eye on that for you, and we'll let you know how things shake out as the weekend draws nearer and we get into early next week. That's when it's actually going to be approaching the coast of Florida. Look outside in the meantime. Look at that beautiful view towards downtown Nashville. Right now, the sun just brightening the eastern horizon. No fog to slow things down around Metro Nashville. Temperature is exactly 60 degrees. So is the dew point here at the station. Officially, that dew point's still in the 50s in Nashville, which is still comfortable territory, especially considering it's this time of year. I'll update the weather bug view from Westside Elementary School in Macon County. A pretty view there. No fog to slow you down in Manchester this morning, and even starting off fog-free in Carthage. That's a nice start to the day. Good towards downtown Nashville, and a really nice sunrise picture here as we look out from Putnam County there in Cookeville, and no thick fog at the moment. Temperatures, they're right around the mid-50s for the most part. Anywhere from 50 in Cookeville to 60 in Nashville and in Parsons. 55 degrees in Murfreesboro and Tullahoma. 56 degrees in Crossville. Pretty typical of temperatures around the mid-state. As we zoom out and take a look at what's going to happen the rest of today, not much. A couple of clouds overhead. The humidity stays low. The humidity starts to creep back up a little bit closer to us tomorrow. And then as we head into the weekend, the heat and humidity are going to be back. Highs around 90 degrees on Saturday. Not quite as hot on Sunday because we're going to see a better chance of thunderstorms, but not a whole lot of green on the map. Even on Saturday, just a 20% storm chance for the first half of the weekend with a better chance of storm shaping up as we head into the second half of the weekend, and then back to just heat and humidity for early next week.
Okay, but today's still looking really good out there.
Love it. Love it.
All right, Paul.
Y'all go ahead, Chad. You haven't seen each other much this morning.
Okay. You want us to check in with each other, and you'll just sit back and watch. Hey, we know a lot of folks are wondering, how are the roads looking this morning? So far, many problems? How are we looking right now?